Alright, so if we go to maps, go to flight plan, clear this one out. There you go, KTLH to KRSW. Actually, we'll go K and then to SZW. After SZW, we want to go pi. And then KRSW. And then we're going to choose procedure. We're going to choose arrival. Joseph 5 with the pi transition, add to route. Approach. Move to RNAV GPS runway 6, vectors to final. Boom. So let's do this. RNAV, change approach, ILS 6. Or not ILS 6. RNAV via Corfu or Pints? Let's try Corfu. No, Corfu's on the other side. Change approach, ILS 6. Let's see what Pints comes up with. Yeah, that could be okay. We're going to delete that one. So there's our new arrival into runway 6. Might work out. So we're going via Pints. Execute that. Look at the legs page. Get rid of the discontinuity. Execute. Look for more discontinuity. So we're going to go tiny to Pints. So we're going to skip past her. That sounds funny. And there we go. There you go. And we're supposed to be at Lemke, or Lenpe, sorry, Lempe at 2000. It shows Lempe at 2. We should probably do a hard at 2000 maybe. Nikita Net, how you doing? Patty C1, we could do some music, although it's been a while since I've done the IXEG, so I may want to put this out there on YouTube, so then the music, it's not good in that situation. Alright, back to the overhead. We'll come over here, eat our nachos. We go yaw damper on, and we'll turn the fuel pumps on. Turn the galley power on. Make the coffee. Emergency exit lights will arm. Passenger signs can go to no smoking on, seatbelt signs to auto. Blues Master, how's it going? Window heat. Hydraulic pumps. We'll set our course. Set altitude 29,000.
Altitude set to 29,000 feet.
We'll set up our flight directors, both sides. Set the auto brake to RTO. Recirc fans can come on. Left and right pack on auto. Turn those off when we do. Well, I'll do right pack off actually. Left pack can come on. Bleeds on. APU bleed should have been on. We'll set up our pressure panel. Carlos Santana looking to pick up a new plane but can't decide between the 320 and the IXEG. Well, I would recommend that you watch this video. We're going to flight level 290 and then watch a Cirrus Max or a Josh J. Gibbs flight using the JAR A320, and then decide. Okay, landing altitude. Elevation is 30 feet at RSW, which is Southwest Florida. Shaman 344 is a Boeing 737 pilot. Welcome, welcome. I like when the real pilots show up. Although we had a couple of fake pilots show up last. Oh, what was it? January. We had some pilots that claimed to be 737 captains, and then they got outed. But I believe you're real if you use YOU instead of the letter U. But thanks for being here, Shaman. If you, let's see. Alright, let's set up our altimeter. Altimeter is 3005. Set altimeter 3005.
Altimeter 3005.
That's cool. Here's our backup altimeter. We'll go over here. First officer side. 3005. Flying for Turkish. Oh, nice. You're a blimp pilot? The Goodyear blimp? That's you? I like it. Can you take me out, please? I'd fly in Turkey. I'll be in your right seat, Shaman. Okay, let's do pushback. So in this case, we want to just push back out to the right. Hopefully this bad boy pushback works. Ground services. Oh, it looks like the new version it's grayed out. So we'll use the default stuff. So we want to go left. Hopefully it lets us.
Okay, push cart coming.
Yes, push cart is coming. Nice. I'm having guacamole and nachos, or cheddar cheese. Blimps or skywells? Cream soda. Regarding X-Plane 11, you made the move. One question, I ran into a problem with various aircraft during takeoff. As I'm advancing the throttle beyond 75%, both engines shut down. What plane? Be specific with your plane. Well, I don't know the answer even if you tell me what plane it is, because I haven't seen that before.
All right, see you next time.
Really? With all of those, huh? Ryan, are you using the? Are you just advancing the throttles and that's it, or what are you doing besides advancing the throttles during the takeoff roll? All right, let's go to the overhead. Let's go packs off. Any collision light on. And we'll do engine start. Yeah, you you might want to. Well, you could try searching. Well, I'll show you here. Up here in the commands, if you go to keyboard and then you type in Toga, T-O-G-A. See this? See this enable or engage Toga power? I've mapped that to a joystick button. You can map it to a keyboard or a joystick button. So after, let's say, in the the flight factor or the 7.3 or the 767, once you get to like I think it's 40%, go ahead and engage whatever button or joystick button or key you bound this enable or engage Toga power to, and then see if that helps. I don't know if that'll help or not. Alright. Number 2. Come down here. Well, let's see if that N2 starts to rise. N2's rising. So it's rising 10, 11, 12, 13, 18, 19. Add the fuel. Bam, shagalaga. Thing I should do. There's a good start on number 2. We'll go ahead and let that stabilize. Yeah, I think they're still operating the 733 in Canada. And I think that Southwest just barely... I think actually Southwest still has a 733, I think, in use in the States. I'm serious. Alright, start number 1. N2's rolling. Yeah, they're retiring them this autumn. Oh, okay. You're up to date on the domestic American airline front. The topology. You have your finger on the pulse of the American commercial airline industry. There's September 30th. Oh. My friend Ben flew a 733 into Phoenix last year. And then we flew with Max up to Vegas from Phoenix, Scottsdale. Yeah, the Classic's a great plane. Alright, number 1 and number 2 is started. And we're stabilizing. We'll go ahead and put on gen number 2. Gen number 1. Turn the APU bleed or APU gens off. I don't even know if that's a necessary step or not, actually. And we'll turn the APU off. Go ahead and turn on the pitot static heat. Any ice is not required. Left and right pack can go to auto. And engine can be set to continuous. Let's set our flaps. Flaps 5. Trim is to be 3.4. So we'll come down here and we'll set trim to 3.4. And we'll turn on the taxi lights and the runway turn off lights. Alright, we'll go over and look at our taxi route. We got at Tallahassee, we're going to be over here at the terminal. If we look at the weather, we got winds 230 at 9. It's VFR conditions, altimeter 3002 as of 22 minutes ago. Der Presser, this is the Sennheiser E835 Sennheiser mic, and I run it through a Behringer QX1002 USB mixer, and I've tweaked that a little bit. Runways preferred today are 27, so we'll taxi from the terminal. We'll go to Bravo 6, down Bravo to 27. I love drawing. That's production value, folks. Release the parking brake. The IXEG looks good right now. Kind of digging it. You're not a fan of the NG? I've tried the Q1202 USB from Behringer and had to return it because of low input volume. Huh. Yeah, this is the 1002, so I don't know what how different that is from the 1202. Could have had just a bad apple, maybe. I don't know. Ugh. Clouds look good. This airport looks good. Oop. We're supposed to turn here. Don't miss your turn. You bet, Der Presser. By the way, Der Presser, you can subscribe to me for free with your Amazon Prime. Click the subscribe button above. Yeah, I always love the crown. Worship the crown. Alright, we're going to turn on to Bravo. Ooh. I think this is a Cessna Rocks livery, if I'm not mistaken. Can you guys confirm? The only issues I've ran across is the 733 has opened the passenger doors. Yeah, you can't open the doors. I think you can open the cargo doors now, though. Oh, W28's helping out. That's awesome. Okay, we're continuing down Bravo. By the way, W28, what are you going to do for your birthday coming up in a week? I'm just curious. Do you have any good birthday plans? I think your birthday's in about a little over a week, I guess. On the 1st of July. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh yeah, no problem, Dare Presser. You gotta, sometimes you gotta throw the prime love around. Just some people come in here and they don't know that they can sub for free. Okay, we've been told to line up and wait. Couple $100 for the 1060 card, yeah. Not planning anything for your birthday? Man. Not even a nice chocolate pie? For everyone in the chat, W28 was an RAF pilot, and before he got hit with the hay fever, that's what took him out. Those dang medicals. All right, parking brake is set. Staying married took you out? I hear you, man. It's worth it though, right? Alright, let's set the auto throttle. So auto throttle arm. Transponder. We'll set the transponder to on. Squawking 1522. TARA. We'll come up here. I'm gonna change that view just slightly. Slap on our landing lights. Taxi light can come off. Logo lights in op. Strobe lights coming on. Wing lights coming on. We won't worry about the wing well. Just chilling but professional. Hey, thanks, Dare Presser. Are you from Germany by chance, Dare Presser? I appreciate the comments. That John Fly love, that's right. All right, let's just rock this candle. So what? Yeah. So Ryan 83B. So watch here as I advance the throttle. I'm gonna wait for that N1 to get up to 40%. I'll go ahead and release my parking brake. But as soon as that reaches 40%, I'm gonna hit that toga button. And here we go. Toga button right there. And then it shows toga on my display here, right there. Now I just got to keep on the runway. I'm a little bit high there. And there's 80 knots. There's V1 coming up. V1 right there, rotate. V1's a little bit late, I think. Landing gear up.
Landing gear going up.
Look at that rocket ship. Flaps 2.
Flaps going up to notch 2.
Engage VNAV.
VNAV not engaged.
Engage LNAV.
Lateral navigation hold on.
Okay, we can go gear into the off position. Let's go LNAV, VNAV. Let's come back out. Flap 0. Flaps 0.
Flaps going up all the way.
Good guess. Yeah. Well, I lived Der Presser. Yeah, I may have told you this before. I lived in Munich, or near Munich. I lived near Augsburg for a couple years. All right, let's see if it's following the path. Yep, it's going to SZW. I actually think we're going to go... I think ATC just gave us a vector. We're going to go direct pi. Direct pi. The daughter's 16th tomorrow. Her prom was yesterday. New dress. Cost more than all my X-Plane investment. Wedding anniversary was 17th of June. 17 years. So don't do much for the birthday. Maybe for your 50th, have a beer. One beer for your birthday for their 50th. So do they ever rent prom dresses in South Wales? And I was wondering if you by the way, Jessica was asking you a question earlier there, W28. Stop eating those nachos on stream, it's driving you nuts. Well, you can tune out. Man's gotta eat, man. I can't sit here and stream all day and not eat. I've been streaming... Well, let's clean up the aircraft. I've been streaming for how long now? Yeah, going on 5.5 hours, man. I gotta eat. Landing lights coming off. Runway turn off coming off. Taxi lights off. Strobes can stay on. Position on. Anti-collision can come off. Wing light can come off. Why is my trim wheel still turning? Is it just constant? Is it constantly gonna turn? Try and get up to altitude, I guess. Val dudes. Chewing in mic equals triggered. That's true. The sound gets stuck. See above? Okay. It is moving though still. See how it's moving still? I wonder if it's actually moving the Oh, it's actually not moving the thing here. Alright, so to get it out of that, what do you have to do? Come out of autopilot? And then back in. How do you get rid of it? Oh, Ireland and South America. Nice. Manually adjust, then AP back on. Okay. So we're going to go up. All right, we'll go into vertical speed mode. All right, we'll just turn it off. Hand fly it. Hand flying the 7.3. In fact, we should hand fly it back over to the airway. All right, so now I can hit. Let's go heading mode. We'll sync our current heading bug. Yeah, there we go. I think it's out now. Is it stuck again? I think we're good now. No, it's not good. Yeah, it was off. You're right, crazy. Now the sound's gone, so that's good. You can eat on stream, but just not into the microphone. You can have guacamole, but not into the microphone. That's the way to keep the Val dudes happy. And the Zerg. You're jonesing for nachos? Yeah. So, what did you guys think of that joystick? I think that joystick's pretty awesome. I'm going to have to do a jet test with it, but right now, I'm a fan. Mike is too good. Alcoholic beverages are encouraged, yeah. I have just cream soda right now. Valdude's got the munchies. I should bind a key button to mute my microphone every once in a while, so I can eat the nachos. Okay, we're going up to flight level 240, up to flight level 290. For some reason, I still had one notch of flaps, unfortunately. Flaps 1 is not good. There's a mute button on the mixer. Yeah, there probably is, actually. No, I don't see a mute button. There's obviously a volume. There's no mute button. I mean, I can just mute it on OBS for a second like this. And the mic's not muted. Yeah, I don't have a mute button for each channel. I mean, I have the rotation, obviously, but... You ordered the joystick from the org 5 times better than what I have now, thanks to the review. Awesome, DB Vetter. Good news. Behringer, please. That's right, man. Here, I'll play a new sound for the Behringer not having a mute button. Actually, how am I going to get the sound volume up on this? Need to research this. I have this thing called a soundboard, but it's an HTML file that triggers my Johnfly bot to play a wave sound. But I don't know how to turn the volume up, because watch this. This is the sound for Behringer not having a mute button. Listen up. You gotta listen up closely, though. It's too light. How many JFM for a bag of nachos? 14. How do I turn up that volume? Okay, I think I have an idea. It's probably just a local file, but it's not in the volume mixer. So is that a browser volume? Let's try this. Let's try that one. That one. Let's try changing the default sound. That doesn't work. Well, let's try this. Default audio. Speakers. That wouldn't work. Don't know. All right, so there's the quiz of the day, right? So I have, like I say, I have local wave files on my system, and OBS talks to a local HTML file, and this local HTML file plays the wave sounds, but the wave sounds are connected to an API on my Johnfly bot. So where's the volume control for those wave sounds? I'm probably not the only one that's had this issue. Ah, maybe I found it. No. Jessica W28 says, was still in flight training when dropped, but still had the DH Chipmunk. Also flew the Tucano, dueled in the Hawk and the Herc. Also flew in several other jets and some GA. First log PIC flight was 4 hours in a glider out of RAF Manston. Man. And then you got hay fever. That must have been depressing. But then life went in a certain direction, probably for a reason, right? Can you set the volume in the API or wave metadata? That's a good question. That's a very good question. Make sure, yep, we're direct pi, so that's good. It's quite an interesting situation having a streaming PC at the same time. Flying over the Gulf of Mexico. A little bit off the coast here. The Tucano is a beautiful plane. Hey, Haley Pilot, how you doing, Chris? Alright, so there's a soundboard.html sounds. I wonder if I can go in. No, I don't think I can change the sounds. Like, here's how it's supposed to be. This is how loud it's supposed to be. Oh.
Okay. Alright. It's priceless. Okay. Alright. It's priceless. Okay.
See, that's how loud it's supposed to be. And it doesn't play that loud. So I'm gonna have to do some research. Alright, well, flight level. We should probably be on standard pressure already. Set altimeter 2992.
Altimeter 2992.
And we'll set our backup altimeter also. 2992. Come over to the first officer side. 2992. Maverick 2259. How's it going, bud? I heard you on Pilot Edge this morning. No, it was last night. I heard you on Pilot Edge. I think you were flying the Caravan 208 on Pilot Edge. Yeah, he was saying rip, 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 rip. You know, for I think it was a aircraft failure, and they said, priceless. You flew like you drive, ride, and drink at 18, yeah. PE's mic was jacked up. Oh, okay. Yeah, you were having a hard time hearing the controller, but we could hear the controller. You're going to take the F5 for another spin on PE? An F5 on PE. I can't even fathom trying to take an F5 out on PE. I'll probably do a FS economy. I was on PE earlier today with the Cessna. We did the flight. In fact, that reminds me, we need to update our. We need to update.
Downfly. Acknowledge the follower.
We got a follower. We got Terry the Terry. Welcome. I'm going to go over here to my Bravo and Charlie list. So if you guys want to bring up this list as well, you can type in !Charlie on the chat screen, and it'll bring a link to this spreadsheet. So Burbank is now toggled to green, and we did that today, June 24th. March is now June 24th and toggled green. Jacksonville is now visited because we visited that earlier. Toggle that to green. And then we went to we also can toggle Pensacola, June 24.
Yo, John Fly.
Toggle that
Acknowledge the follower.
green as well. And now we're going RSW, Tallahassee to RSW.
Gather the money, stick it in the bag. All right, good.
Gather the money, stick it in the bag. Yeah, so yeah, we're slowly knocking off the list. We've got some flights planned for tomorrow. That should knock off more Charlies off the list. So yeah, there you go. Aerosim Gaming was also having a problem. Yeah, sometimes the controllers have bandwidth problems or there's server issues, I guess. Terry the Terry, how long have I been simming? Well, I started simming in 1986 on, well, I'll show you my simulator in 1986. It's right. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Not right there. It's right. Where did it go? Yeah. That is my simulator in 1986. That was version 1.0 on the Macintosh, 1986. And I loved that thing. You can see it has Orbex, the Orbex vector and global and land class, all that good stuff. Yeah, so that's how long I've been simming. Some of you guys weren't even born. Some of you weren't even alive. In fact, how old was... Yeah, I don't know. Before you were born, yeah. Welcome to the channel, though, Terry the Terry. DB Vetter started in '85 on the Commodore. I saw a Commodore C64 t-shirt the other day. Looks pretty good. I'm going to mute my mic for Val Dudes here for a second. Mic unmuted. Jessica was 2 years old in '86. I think the original Top Gun came out in '85, didn't it? Zerg started on a C64. Yeah. Perfect, John. Yeah, see, no trigger. Maverick, no, I don't think this is my last flight. No, it might be. I got one more planned. I've got one. I got to fly from KSFB to KSRQ. KSRB, or sorry, KSFB is Orlando Sanford, the smaller Orlando airport, and SRQ is Sarasota. So that, if I have time, then I'd probably fly that route, but I may not have time, I don't know. Top Gun released in '86? Okay, yeah. So the same year I started simming, Top Gun was released. DB Vetter was 15 in '85 with a $600 Commodore 64 that your parents had to take out on a second mortgage. Yeah, I was pretty lucky. My dad invested in computers rather early. I mean, I had a computer when I was 8 years old, and that was in 1980. 1980. I know I don't look as old as I am, but... Lex was 24 in '86, so Lex has got a few years on me. You'll fly with me? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll let you know. In fact, you can join me now, right? You could take off out of like Sarasota right now, I guess. Well, maybe we'll do the next flight. If not, I can send you also. I can send you a list of the plan for tomorrow, Maverick, if you want to join tomorrow as well. The thing when you stream fly and eat, it takes forever to eat a whole plate because you're sitting there chit-chatting. Mic muted for Val Dudes. Mic unmuted.
Yo, John Fly. Acknowledge the follower.
Carlos Santana. Carlos Santana with the with this follow. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I love your song Maria. Maria. Maria, Maria. If I sing too accurately though, it'll get copyright clipped right here. So I'm gonna sound like a guy who can't sing very well. Maria, Maria. Yeah, I can't get too close to the original. I get in trouble. Our smartphones are stronger than the desktop in those days. Yeah. First game was Pong. My first game was Pong, I think. I had an Intellivision. Do you remember Intellivision? And it had like these little things, and we played Pong on the Intellivision. I had that. I remember that. You bought a Macintosh FX in '87 for $7,000 for AutoCAD. Oh. W28's first sim was on an Apple IIe. Wow. Would have been since I got my first car and started to do other things, including my first real computer. Yeah. Oh, in 97. 97? Wow. Yeah, I remember AutoCAD started taking off about that time. Those thumbsticks for the Pong game. Yeah, exactly. Hey!
Because you're a brother Osborne.
I am a Brothers Osborne. Richie D Gaming with the subscribe. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for letting me rock Z and Visisticks. Richie D Gaming. Richie D Gaming. I gotta rock the GSA emote. Boom. Make sure you post a link in here, Richie, for your radio DJ channel, your radio show, your Friday night mix, or what have you going on during the week. Please post a link. Thanks for the sub. We got a record number of subs. I'm just flattered and honored. We're at yeah, we just keep getting new emotes. It's just cool. If only primes would automatically resub, right? All right, we better check our descent situation here. On the descent page, we got 26 miles to top of descent. We're gonna try the RNAV. Zine 18.99 with the subscribe. We got a subscribe. I'm gonna type in exclamation sub.
We got a subscribe. We got a subscribe.
Thank you for the subscription, Zine 18.99. Snack Shack action. That's like a sub train almost. All right, so over here, if we get rid of the Orbex Vector Global action,
we got a subscribe.
We look back at ForeFlight. We got. We want to be 2,000 at Lempe. So we're gonna reset our MCP altitude to 2,000. So come up here. This should reset. Set altitude 2,000. Oh wait, that's the wrong screen. Oops, snack lips. What the snack? That was weird. Alright. Set altitude 2,000.
Altitude set to 2000.
See how the IXEG just loves the voice command? It's like, woo! Alright, let's set the 16 miles to top of descent. Let's go ahead and look at it on the... we're going to change our range down here. There's our top of descent. Coming up right there. It's beautiful. The same Pong machine, but after a few years, television broke. Your dad blamed the Pong game. I had an Atari 600, or sorry, a 400, and an 800, and then that was well, before the 400, I think we had the 2600, which we played the Pac-Man on. I love that Atari 800 though. I had a cassette player, and I could load games in with the cassette player. And I used to play a game called Load Runner. I had to load it by cassette. Yeah. Memories. Richie D, you can. I'll repost it, but there's Richie D official Saturday Night Gold happening tonight. Is it now playing? Live on air right now? I guess it is nighttime over there, isn't it? There you go, folks. So you can click on richieDofficial.com and you get the Saturday Night Gold mix. There you go. Load Runner was a great game, yeah. Jessica, I don't know. It depends on what time we land. I may have time for another. Probably will. There's our descent. Oh, triggered. Gotta turn the mic off for chips. Alright. Mike's back. You loved Roadrunner, you played for hundreds of hours on your Commodore 64. Nice. You got to level 65. I love that game. You have 80,000, 40, 80. What are AD charts? Yeah, what are AD charts, W28? You've added a few great streamers down the webpage, most from the... Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, nice. I like it. So this is RichieDofficial.com. You can listen live right now to Mike Abbott Smith. And we got Beth's Inspiration, Friday night, Saturday night. He's got the recommended Twitch streamers, of course. That's awesome. We got top-rated mod. Boom. Virtual Airlines. Nice. Yeah. Got Jetstream Radio. All the different sims being represented. Donation. There you go. Check it out, folks. Oh, Florida coast up there above. Or down below. Yeah. Can one of my mods give TrixMod a permit? These clouds are good. Oh, these clouds are good. Mm-hmm. I think the T got left off on that one, Max. Max, are you flying? You moderating from the Mike Whiskey? Or did you land already? Because I guess it is 6 hours later. Descent checklist. Yeah, Terry the Terry, you're right. All right. Let's go ahead. We're at 20,000. I'm going to set up my... Well, I don't need to set up an ILS frequency. We're okay there. We will set up an auto brake. We'll go 3. And then at transition altitude, which is coming up, we'll go ahead and we can get ahead of the game. Lights coming on. We'll arm the spoilers when we need to. Just landed. Nice. Everyone's... I love that PE logo next to your name, Max. It's awesome. How was the flight, man? Where did you just land? I love that progress bar on the bottom also. So cool. That's the Max Asm emote. HPN, JHW, HPN. Nice. Very nice. Plane's doing okay? How's my baby? How's one of my babies anyway? I think I need a brouhaha. Alright, we're at 16,000. Coming down the pike. We're doing the Joseph 5 arrival. The coast here looks amazing. Flown on the coast in the real world with Cirrus Max. Just out of space. He's got lots of good logos there. VREF and minimum. So the Terry is keeping me on point. We'll go ahead and do our. Let's see. We're gonna do flaps 30. Speed is 133 on the VREF. We'll add 5 to that. So we'll bugger up for 138 when we need to. She's waiting for us. Oh man, what? We got about less than 3 months before we're doing the epic long love of Mike Whiskey. Wow. Orzo looking amazing as usual. Yeah. Hey, Valdudes, did you, oh, look at that circle down there. That is bizarre. That's awesome. I like that. Residential planning. Did you redo the Sedona? And if so, how did that turn out? Look at that. What's in the middle, I wonder? Is that like a water tank? That's crazy. Got a little bit of frame rate issue going on right now. I don't know if it's a weather load or a towel load or what. Speedbird, we're having a good time. Illuminati. That's a VOR3 in the middle, yeah. DB Vetter, that's a good looking Rotate MD80 there. With the, yeah, that looks good there with the old Delta throwback. Alright, we're making the turn. Making the turn at Tiny, and we're going to Pints. Let's get a little flyby action with the turn at Tiny to Pints. Wow. Wow. Look at that. Oh. Bank angle, bank angle, bank angle. Oh, look at that. Illuminati confirmed. I just took a screenshot of the Illuminati. Disneyland Paris. Oh, Terry the Terry. Yeah. Altimeters, let's set them. Altimeter 3007.
Altimeter 3007.
Terry the Terry's a good first officer. 3007. 3007 set. Back to more eye candy. McKay, AJ, Baldude, salute to you, my friend. The Valcor is represented in the John Fly stream today. Oh, baby. Another flyby action, Jackson. Turning at Pints. Oh, I need a pint. You guys ever heard so many sounds on the John Fly stream before? Ooh, this reminds me of dodging the clouds in southern Florida, Max. Remember when we were dodging clouds? In the real world? Ah. Oh. Friend of the family. That's right. Alright, we're direct to Soki and then Limpy. Altitude looks good. FMC probably wants drag. It's probably an older message, so we'll clear that out. Oh, soupy. Oh, soupy, soupy, soupy. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about. Seatbelts. Seatbelt sign. On. Yeah. Going down. 9,000 and descending. Is there a way to have both the yoke and a throttle connected without conflicts? Yeah. You have a CH yoke and a Cytec X52. Oh, those two, maybe they do conflict. I don't know. I guess it's a matter of trial and error. Alright, just so you guys know what we're doing. Here we are on the RNAV GPS runway 6. And we're going to come down here to Lenpi. And then we're going to make a turn to land runway 6 at RSW. That's the plan. You've used them, you used to have them both and they worked? Okay. Yeah, so it's a matter just of configuring it, I guess. Truckerman! Have I purchased P3D yet? No, I have not. I was going to. I came this close. I came that close. But then I did not. Alright, I'm going to change my map range here a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. Flight is pretty, isn't it, Mr. Santana? Yeah, it looks pretty good. Okay, we're making our way down the pipe. We're at 5,800 and descending. Look at these communities. I'm going to take the boat over to the neighbor's house for the party. Wait, I need the boat to go over to my other friend's house. Well, sorry, Bubba. I called her first. We're going to have to buy a second boat. You damn right we're going to have to buy a second boat. If you quit smoking all that ganja, spending all our money, we could have a yacht. Push the ND into arc mode. So correct with all this information. Let's go ND. How do I put the ND into arc mode? I forget. I thought that was... Is that down on the EFIS panel? Nah, we'll have to worry about it later. Do they have an arc mode on the IXEG? Map. I don't know if they do. Select map? Okay. There we go, map. There we go. We're a little bit fast. Put in some speed brakes. Let's see what we're supposed to be at. 181. Yeah, it's not following the... It's probably my fault for not... Okay, we're going to lead the turn at Limpy. Grab the throttles. Only 25 knots over, yeah. Alright, on the IXEG, our flap schedule says flaps 1 at 230, or I can go all the way to 5 at 225. So we'll go on notch flaps. Yeah, 1 notch flaps. We got yeah, let's go into speed mode. Let's take that all the way down. Arm spoilers.
Spoilers arm.
That's lying. Arm spoilers.
Spoilers already armed.
Really? Alright. Let's go autopilot off. And we'll go additional flaps. We're not quite slow enough for gear down. Oh. Might have to go around. We're not set up very well. It didn't descend down to the VNAV. It disconnected the VNAV path, but that's okay. Go gear down. Yeah, we should probably go around, but oh well. The auto throttle's not working. Flaps, we probably are flap over speeding right now. If we get down and then level off, we may have enough. Probably should go around. 1,000. Get your bets in now.
Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate.
Not going to use reversers. That's for dang sure. We're going to land long. We might have to go around.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Because we're way high.
Get down, get down, get down.
We're way high and we're way fast.
Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate.
Let's hope our reversers work.
20. 10.
Oh, thank the FSX man himself for reversers. Whew. Flap 0. Flap 0.
Flaps going up all the way.
Spoilers up. Spoilers down.
Spoilers already
Spoilers
on.
down.
Spoilers down.
Taxi light on.
Taxi lights all.
Taxi light on.
Taxi lights on.
Landing lights on.
Flaps going down.
Ah, it's interesting it's not redoing the spoilers. Landing lights off.
Landing lights off.
Taxi lights on.
Taxi lights on.
Yeah, it's not doing it. Oh yeah, it is. It didn't do the lights though. We'll go ahead and put the strobes off. Position can go on. Anti-collision can stay on. Logo is in-op. Wing light can come off. The brakes exploded. Yeah. Terry the Terry was probably right. I should have probably gone around. Welcome. Welcome to RSW. Now there is payware scenery for this airport. I'm wondering if you guys have it. But yeah, that was quite a get down, get down, get down. APU on. Pro. Yeah, I'm not going to turn the APU on. Because we're going to do a replay. I don't want to mess with the APU right now. There's a bug when you do the replays with APU on. And if you believe that, then you'll believe I have oceanfront property in Maryland. Arizona. Wrong side of the airport. Crazy Gamer, the PC specs are in the Twitch profile below. Yeah, Terry the Terry's a good man to have on board. What's your favorite plane there, Terry the Terry? Have you seen the more? Yeah, there's new KBWI. I need to get it. Normally I'd put up a dono goal for the BWI so we could show it on the stream quickly, but we've got the capture card dono going on. Might take us a few months to get the capture card dono. Well, we're going to cross this runway as well. No, I don't have payware for this either. They've got a good one for this one, I think. If I recall correctly. I've never flown here before, so I just haven't had a need to load the airport. But now that I have been here, I should probably get that one as well. Always money to spend. That's a hell of a capture card. Yeah, Val dudes, it's capable of 4K 60 frames per second. So we know one day Twitch is going to go 4K, right? It's going to probably be a couple years down the road, but they'll go 4K and they'll go 60 frames per second on the streams. And yeah. I mean, if YouTube's doing 4K, why can't we live stream at 4K, right? But what it does is it allows me to bring back my 4K monitor into the mix for the sim. And it also helps out those streamers out there that are considering this same card, because the ones from, what's it called? The ones from is it Black Magic? I had some issues with. Woo! They're like, this guy gotta go to the bathroom or something, man. I'll just park there. We'll do a quick replay of the. Hello, air guitarist. Oh. All right, we're not gonna turn on anything. Chief pilot wants to talk to you in the safety office. Oh, no kidding. There we go. Dive, dive, dive. Mic off for Val dudes. Mic back on. Yeah, it was quite a... You joined us late there, I think, Aero Guitarist. We were too fast. Or sorry, we were too high coming in on the RNAV approach. And so I had to go manual and really get her down. I was thinking about going around. Val Dudes is the voice for all the triggered lurkers. Exactly. Whoa. Normally I never see a plane go by so quickly on this. Normally this plane's kind of floating here at like 135 knots or something or less. This one is like 160 coming in. Woo! Gotta get down. Get down, get down, get down. And then we didn't flare it very well. It was 100 and something, but... 100. It keeps varying every time. That's funny. All right, last view. Yeah, in the real world, I would have gone around because I was not set up for a good stabilized approach. In fact, Tower's like, this guy's coming in hot. He's coming in hot. Plus a 10 knot tail. Yeah. The IXEG is working pretty well on 11, though. I was thinking that it was having a bunch of issues, but no, it's not bad. Tower's like, wow, that guy's coming in fast. That blazing Aspen approach in the PE fly-in where everyone's like, he's gonna go off the runway. He's gonna go off the runway. Oh, I remember that. Crazy Diamond, but I muted it, right? You didn't hear the crunch, right? Or did you?